Stop everything. Because the penny you're about to hear about has quietly made ordinary people rich. I'm talking about a 1960 D. Lincoln Memorial penny that looks just like the loose change in your drawer, yet in the right version, it has sold for thousands of dollars, and in ultra-rare forms has become a true hidden treasure with life-changing value. Yes, a single brown little cent, minted in Denver, has shocked the entire coin world. Here's the mystery. In 1960, the U.S. Mint was rushing. America was booming, coins were needed fast, and quality control was stretched thin. Denver was striking millions of pennies every day, and that's when mistakes slipped through. Those mistakes were never supposed to leave the mint, but they did. They went into circulation, mixed with normal pennies, and today they are still being spent without anyone realizing what they really are. And that's why this story is so powerful, because your next penny could be big money. Let me show you what to look for. First, grab any penny dated 1960. Then look under the date. If you see a small D, that means it was struck at the Denver Mint. That little D is your golden ticket. The 1960 D had several secret varieties, and one of them is so rare that collectors fight over it. The most famous one is the 1960 D small date asterisk asterisk variety to the naked eye. It looks like a normal penny. But under magnification, the zero in 1960 is smaller and more oval-shaped, and the numbers sit slightly higher. This was caused by the mint switching dies mid-year. Only a fraction of the Denver coins were struck this way. In circulated condition, a 1960 D small date might be worth $20 to $50. But in high-grade mint condition, these have sold for $3,000 to over $5,000. That's not pocket change. That's life-changing value. But now here comes the shocker. There is an even rarer version called the 1960 D small date over large date. That means the small date was struck over an older large date design, creating a ghost-like double date. You can actually see two different zero shapes layered on top of each other. Only a handful of these are known. One certified example sold for more than $10,000 at auction. $10,000 from a penny someone once ignored. Now let's go deeper, because this is where the hidden treasure gets real. Some 1960 D pennies were struck with double die errors. This means the die that stamped the coin was misaligned and impressed the design twice. Look closely at Liberty, In God We Trust, and Lincoln's Eye and Beard. If you see thick, doubled letters or a shadow-like effect, you might be holding a true double die error. These coins have sold for $300 to $1,500, depending on how strong the doubling is. And the more dramatic the doubling, the bigger the big money. But wait, it gets crazier. There are also 1960 D pennies struck on the wrong metal. Most pennies should be copper-colored and weigh about 3.11 grams. But a few were mistakenly struck on foreign planchets or experimental blanks. If your penny looks pale, silvery, or unusually light or heavy, don't spend it. A 1960 penny struck on the wrong metal has sold for over $8,000. That's not luck. That's a life-changing value hiding in plain sight. Now here's another jaw-dropping fact. Some 1960 D pennies have off-center strikes where part of Lincoln or the date is missing. These happen when the blank is not properly centered during striking. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more collectors pay. A strong off-center 1960 D penny can sell for $200 to $2,000. Still just a penny, but now it's big money. And there's more. Some 1960 D cents were struck with clipped planchets ***, meaning a chunk of the coin is missing from the edge because the metal sheet was cut incorrectly. These coins look like someone took a bite out of them, and collectors love them. Depending on the size of the clip, these can bring $100 to $1,000. This is why collectors call the 1960 D penny a hidden treasure factory. Now let me tell you a true auction story that will give you chills. A collector in the United States once bought a roll of old pennies at a flea market for just $5. Inside that roll was a 1960 D small date in near-perfect condition. He sent it to be graded, and it came back. MS-67 red. That single penny sold for over $6,000. $5 into $6,000. That's the definition of life-changing value. So how do you know if your 1960 D penny is special? Here's your checklist. Look at the date. It must say 1960. Look for the D mint mark under the date. Check if the date looks small and compact. That's the small date. Use a magnifier to look for doubling in the letters and Lincoln's face. Weigh the coin. If it's not around 3.11 grams, it could be a wrong planchet error. Look at the rim. If it's uneven, clipped, or stretched, that could be big money. And always remember, condition matters. A bright red, shiny 1960 D penny is worth far more than a dark, worn one. That's why some are worth a few dollars and others are worth thousands. Right now, there are people unknowingly spending these coins every day. Cashiers, kids, collectors, and even banks are releasing hidden treasure back into circulation. And one of those coins could be in your hand tonight. So before you toss that penny aside, before you spend it, before you ignore it, look again. Because the next 1960 D. Lincoln Memorial penny you touch could be big money. It could be a hidden treasure, and it could carry a truly life-changing value. Check your jars. Check your rolls. Check your old collections. And if you want to keep discovering coins that can turn ordinary people into winners, subscribe right now, because the next coin I reveal might be worth even more than this one.